Good day, everyone. Today, we will be presenting the topic the spiritual self. This lesson looks at how our beliefs, values, and inner experiences shape the way we live and understand who we are. It also explores religion, spirituality, the soul, rituals and ceremonies, and even the search for the meaning of life. These concepts help us see that the spiritual side of a person is just as important as the physical and mental aspects. I am Alisa Cagampang, and I'll start our discussion by explaining what the spiritual self is. Let us begin. So, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe what spirituality means in your life and explain how your spiritual self affects your purpose and relationships. Our lesson includes several important topics: the spiritual self, religion, spirituality versus religiosity, the spirit or soul, and lastly, rituals and ceremonies. So each of these helps us understand how the spiritual dimension influences our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Now, what is the spiritual self? The spiritual self refers to the part of a person that seeks meaning, purpose, and connection. It focuses on the inner life, such as our values, morals, and the beliefs that guide how we make decisions. It is the part of us that asks questions like, why am I here? What is my purpose? And what truly matters to me? The spiritual self grows and changes over time, and it develops through our experiences, challenges, and moment of reflection. So every time we learn from a difficult situation or think deeply about our actions, our spiritual self becomes stronger. Let's move on to spirituality. Spirituality is about understanding yourself and exploring your beliefs, values, and purpose in life. It doesn't require strict rules or membership in a religion. Instead, it focuses on inner peace, reflection, gratitude, and awareness. People express spirituality in different ways: through prayer, quiet reflection, helping others, or appreciating nature. Spirituality also influences how we cope with challenges, and it encourages emotional well being, hope, and personal growth.
Hey everyone, today I will be discussing several concepts related to religion, spirituality, rituals, and culture beliefs. First is religion. Religion refers to beliefs and behaviors connected to spiritual reality or supernatural being and powers. It guides people in understanding life, purpose, and moral order. Second is worldview. A worldview is the shared set of ideas within a culture about the nature of reality. It shapes how people interpret life, events, and their place in the universe. Third is spirituality. Spirituality is an individual's person concerned with the sacred. Unlike religion, which is organized, spirituality is more personal, flexible, and based on inner experience. Next is other important names. First is myth. A myth is a sacred narrative. It explains the origin of the world, human existence, culture practices, and natural phenomena. Second is ritual. Ritual is are symbolic acts performed according to cultural rules. They often mark life transition such as birth, coming of age, marriage, or death. Third is the supernatural. The supernatural refers to a force beyond scientific understanding and natural laws. This includes spirits, magical forces, and spiritual energies believed to influence human life. Next is cognitive function. Cognitive function, it helps humans explain the unexplainable, such as creation, fate, death, and natural disaster. Next is emotional function. Religion provides comfort and coping mechanism. It helps people deal with fear, anxiety, grief, and life uncertainties. Third is social function. Religion strengthens social control, promoting norms and values. Conflict resolution, promoting peace and forgiveness.
Spirituality versus religiosity. Spirituality and religiosity are connected, but they are different. Spirituality is internal and personal. It focuses on finding meaning, discovering purpose, and growing as an individual. While religiosity is about practicing an organized religion, like following rules, rituals, and traditions. But what matters is how these aspects influence a person's values, choices, and relationships. Both spirituality and religion help people understand themselves and their place in the world.
Different Filipino ethnic groups have their own terms and beliefs about the spirit or soul. First is Dungan in Ilonggos, the living soul that can leave the body during sleep. When a person dies, it becomes the kalag, meaning detached or free. Next is Kaluluwa in Tagalog, the soul or spirit of a person. Gimakod in Bagubos, Makato in Bukidnon, Ikararawa in Ibanags. These beliefs show how Filipino traditionally understand life, death, dreams, and spiritual presence. Next is ritual and ceremonies. First, rituals explain a person's faith and identity, are often repeated and highly symbolic, serve as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. Next is ceremonies. Ceremonies are performed to celebrate important events or like transitions, such as a birth, puberty, marriage, or death. Both ritual and ceremonies preserve culture tradition, strengthen community bonds, provide a sense of belonging and identity.
What is the meaning of life? According to Dr. Viktor Frank, life has meaning in every situation, even during suffering. In his book titled Man's Search for Meaning, he said that life has meaning under all circumstances. The main motivation for living is our will to find meaning in life and freedom to find meaning. He explains that we can find meaning in three ways. The first one is purposeful work, or doing something that matters. Second is courage in the face of difficulty, or staying hopeful and strong during hardships. Then lastly is love, or forming deep and caring relationships. Frank developed these ideas based on his experience in concentration camps. He observed that people who found meaning, whether through love, hope, or faith, survived longer. His message is that meaning is not something we wait for, it is something we create through our choices. In conclusion, the spiritual self reminds us that life is not only about what we have or what we achieve, it is also about purpose, values, relationships, and connection to something greater than ourselves. By understanding spirituality, religion, the soul, rituals, and the search for meaning, we gain a deeper understanding of who we are and how we want to live. That ends our report. Thank you for listening.